Good fastball strike. He's had a pretty good fastball. Slice foul. Quickly 0-2. Hit shortly and through for a base hit. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. Ohtani will stop at third. Up. And the Angels with runners on first and third and 2 outs. 0-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Snap throw to second as the runner was going. Here comes Ohtani, and he took off with the throw, and it's 6-2 Angels.
It was a good pick by Sanchez, trying to a great scoop.
I think he's out.
Tries.
As we talked about, top of the Blue Jays order has been red hot. Can't say the same for the Angels, top of the order. Interesting that Joe Maddon is batting David Fletcher second, and he's leading off Shohei Ohtani tonight. Is he trying to get him better pitches to hit, an extra at-bat? What do you see with Shohei?
This has been the typical Joe Maddon move. When a guy's scuffing a little bit, he did it with Justin Upton earlier in the season, but you get a guy, he's struggling a little bit, let's put him in the leadoff spot. Let's get him an extra at-bat. Let's give him a little less time to think about that upcoming at-bat. But Showtime, since the second half has come, since the All-Star break, he's been scuffling on the fastball, which is something that he was hitting well earlier in the season. And a lot of people want to assign it to, oh, he's just tired. The home run derby wore him out. He's getting breaking down because he's pitching and hitting. I seem to not agree with that. Showtime is one of the strongest players that I've ever played with in my life. And sometimes it's just a small adjustment that needs to be made. You see him struggling against the fastball earlier in the season. We're going to watch a plethora of fastball home runs right here to where he's on time. And in baseball, what we've learned, which Yo can speak to as well later, is sometimes the smallest adjustments that make the biggest difference. Right here, you see the level of connection that he has. On the right side, you see the disconnection. It's simply him not being on time, and when you're not on time, you have to rush to try to be there for the fastball, and he's struggling with that right now. So, first of all, I'm not panicking. He's a great player. Guys go through funks from time to time. He's going to be just fine. It's literally just the smallest adjustment. Get his timing right. Stop getting over his backside too much. Start on time and be ready to hit and hit the ball out in front. He's a guy who he generates his power from hitting the ball out in front. He doesn't need to let the ball get behind him to make contact. He can hit the ball everywhere around the field by hitting it out in front.
It was that he was being pitched soft away to try to get him out first half. He made that adjustment. He's being jammed in with fastballs, to your point, and he's had a hard time catching up.
For me, it's simplicity. You know, when we were seeing those videos of him just absolutely mashing fastballs, he was very short to the baseball. It looked like he was just trying to play pepper, trying to catch the ball. We would hear Barry Bonds talking about the barrel is your glove, trying to catch that fastball, and you will see how the ball will go. Well, for me, what I'm seeing is a longer swing. I'm seeing a big winded swing where swings need to become more of a sword swing. It needs to be short, right, very direct, and if he's doing those things, it's by simplifying the game, simplifying what he's doing at home plate. He's going to be okay, man. We all go through it. All the hitters go through it. At some point, they kind of go through a little funk. He's too good not to hit.
He's gotten a little pull happy since the break. I don't know if it was the home run derby or if it's just where he is right now in the season. Batted balls by direction, a lot of it to the pull field for Shohei Ohtani. And this is not, he's a guy that sprays it around everywhere and with power. But as you can see, batted balls by direction since the break. A lot of it, over half of it, to the pull.
And when you see that, that's timing. All that is timing right there. When you're pulling too many balls, that means you're really early on changeups, you're really late on fastballs, and then you're trying to make up for it, and you're continuing to try to catch up to that heater. That's all timing it is. It should be more of a more balanced spreadsheet, would you say?
For him. He's a guy who hits the ball all over the place. So I'm curious to see how everybody pitches him. Late last night, yesterday I was watching his games. The fastball was still getting by him. He struck out late in the game on a high fastball, but they throw him a breaking ball. He was able to pull it for a double or a triple. So it's a game of adjustments. The pitchers are always trying to make an adjustment to the hitters, and the hitters are doing the same thing. So he's going to have to make that adjustment now. That's what.
And with the guy that's pitching tonight, with Alek Manoah, he's got a really good slider. I don't think he's going to go to that slider until late into the at-bat. I think he's going to pound him with fastballs in, fastballs up, and from there on out, we'll see what happens.
On the hills of Kamagaya, 20 miles from Tokyo, Nashi pears have grown for more than 500 years. So revered are Nashi pears that they are given as gifts. In this same community in 2012, another gift took root. Fresh out of high school, Shohei Ohtani reported to Kamagaya Training Complex to begin his pro baseball career. His manager, Hideki Kuriyama, gave him a challenge: be both a hitter and a pitcher. Kuriyama told him, travel down a path no one else walked down. A dream was born 9 years later. It is in full blossom, and it is as spectacular as the white blossoms of Nashi pear trees.
And that one ain't coming back! Tip your cap, Shohei Ohtani. You deserve it.
More than 22,000 men have played Major League Baseball. Ohtani is the first to hit more than 30 homers and pitch 15 games in the same season, and he did so before August. Not even Babe Ruth did it in 1918 and 1919, the only 2 years the Babe was a regular two-way player. This is one time when hyperbole becomes fact. Nobody has seen anything like it.
A bullet into the bleachers by Ohtani.
There is wonder just in the doing, but there is amazement in how well it is done.
He is not human.
Ohtani played 5 years in Japan with a season high of 22 home runs. He left Japan to follow his two-way dream in the majors. His first 3 seasons with the Angels were compromised by Tommy John and knee surgeries. Now, for the first time, he is playing at full health and under no restrictions.
Let's take a ride with another Shohei Homer.
Ohtani has hit 6 home runs that traveled more than 450 feet, more than anybody in baseball.
Shohei, way, sayonara. Where did that land?
And that same slugger also leads the Angels in stolen bases.
Shohei's gone again. He swiped that one.
And he has the highest strikeout rate of any starting pitcher in Angels history, including the great Nolan Ryan. In one stretch in June, Ohtani hit 11 home runs in 44 at-bats.
Sayonara, Ohtani-san.
In the same stretch, he struck out 22 batters in 17 innings, including one game when the Giants swung and missed 21 times.
Got him! I love that reaction.
He is baseball's Venn diagram, hitting, pitching, and that sweet intersection when the circles overlap.
And the Angels win!
On July 26th, Ohtani knocked in the first run with a single. He stole second base. He dashed home with the second run, and he pitched 7 innings of 1-run ball without a walk.
Got him swinging!
And on the last of 99 pitches that night, Ohtani unleashed the fastball at 100 miles per hour for a strikeout.
Fastball! 100!
The dirt-stained pitcher, the best player on the field, the big kid who hits harder and throws harder than all the others. That's the classic tableau of the dominating little leaguer. And of all the many descriptions and adjectives and exaltations that try to capture what we are watching, that most basic one may be the best. In an age of specialization, Ohtani plays Major League Baseball like a little leaguer. You hit, you run, you pitch, you have fun. Of the many skills of Ohtani, his greatest is inspiring us to rediscover a piece of our 12-year-old selves. He is playing the kind of baseball we first fell in love with, like the Nashi pear. Ohtani is best appreciated as a simple gift, a symbol of good fortune, a natural wonder.